All right, kids. Easton Resmondo balanced. How big is this barrel? 13 and a half. This is a 27 ounce USSSA 240 stamp. Thanks to my man Squish. Let's do it. Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, for you at home.
All right, so if you're familiar with Easton, you're familiar with the usual stuff. They pretty much produce nothing but two-piece bats anymore. Composite barrel, composite handle, and this one also features all the specs that I mentioned in the intro. This 27 ounce did swing true to weight, and being it is balanced, it did swing stupid smooth. As you saw in the ASA Mach 1 video that I just posted not too long ago, I did talk about how a bounce bat can just get me in the right place sometimes, and I feel like I can do no wrong with it. This one was pretty much in that category as well. Only exception to this one compared to that one would be the fact that I did feel like I struggled to hit for a little bit of distance with this, but if you're swinging a balanced bat, more than likely you're not looking to hit for a ton of distance anyway. And I will mention that the wind really didn't help us either. You can hear it whipping and blowing through the camera. I've tried everything to not get it to do that, and I just can't get it to quit doing it.
Don't sound bad.
I've got a windsock on the camera and everything else, and it just blows right through. It's pretty much gusting straight in from right field at least 10 miles an hour pretty much most of the time we're out there. It sucked, but I was able to have a good round with this thing, and so were the guys. Let's stop into the labs real quick, look at a handful of pictures, and then we'll come back to the field. So on a scale, this 27 ounce came in dead on the money at 27.0. Compression testing new in the wrapper. It's coming in at 260, and that is a little bit lower than some of the other Eastons that I've been seeing, especially earlier in the year. And with maybe heavy emphasis on maybe 100 swings on this bat, we're basically looking at failing compression. So it's kind of looking like Easton's back to the Easton of old. You sneeze on it and it's going to fail compression. And that does suck, because if you're in a situation where you have to swing a 240 bat, there's also a decent chance you're going to need it to pass compression, and this one's not going to for all that long. Because if you can use this bat somewhere that's not testing and it gets below 240, you might as well go swing a 220 bat and have that much better performance. Let's head back to the field. So I've swung a few different Eastons this year, and I will say that none of them really blew me away. They were earlier releases, and I have heard a lot of people say that the early releases of the Eastons weren't all that great, and then as the year went on, even within the same model, they got better. I can't confirm that. I can't deny it either. I just don't know. I haven't had enough experience with those to know. But I can tell you one thing for sure. This thing felt way better than any other Easton that I've hit this year. It was super forgiving for being a 240. The performance was fairly good for being a 240 bat as well. The sweet spot was very large, very responsive. The bat was overall stiff, which is to be expected out of the 240s. But the sweet spot was a decent size, especially for the 13.5-inch barrel. So if you live on it, you have no issue hitting the ball well, really. And this is like that perfect amount of being a balanced bat that you can control and still get a little stank on them swings, you know. Still got to get a little bit of exit speed out of this thing, and it did a good job of that. So this thing is BP Hero approved for sure, and that's pretty much all I've got to say about that. This would be a great bat to have in the bag if you don't mind swinging 240s, but if you do run into compression testing anywhere that is held to the 240 standard, just be aware, because you might run into some compression issues if you go to putting a lot of swings on this thing. All that said, thanks to everybody that made this video possible. My man Brett Whelan, Brian, Gabe, Evil Sports, you guys. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP Hero, catch you next time. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Not where I was expecting that ball to go. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just sports talk with the things and do that next time.
You stop and jump.
Yeah.
Give me 4, Brian.
Okay.
You gotta kind of get down on that level there. You gotta get down on that level.
This is the
Oh, wow.